Hi everyone, Brienne from Pixite here. Hope everyone's having a great day. And today I'm going to be coloring a mermaid, and it's from our new book called Mermaids. I'm really excited to color her. I think this is a beautiful piece, and it's going to allow for a lot of smaller details with the flowers, and I like the little seahorse there. It's just a beautiful image. Really excited for this book. Don't have a whole lot to say. I'm just going to get started. I didn't make a particular palette for this because I have so many of them. So what I'm going to do, I've got a little smudge on my screen there, is I'm going to pick one of the ones that I already have made. Now I'm going to be going back and forth probably. So I'm just thinking about it here. This galaxy one might be good to start off with because I have some skin tones, and I do have one blue. I might actually need more blues than that to start off with. I'm just gonna go back and forth here. So anyone who has watched me color before knows that I like to get my background out of the way most of the time, not all of the time, but most of the time. So that's what I'm gonna do. Now I have it on freehand mode because I'm just coloring through everything. I really like getting that color dispersed, and then I can decide what I'm going to do after. And I use the fade hand in hand with the bloom. It's the best way to get gradient color through your piece. I don't think that's the blue that I want. Nope. Go to our pigment palettes for a second here. I want more of like a bluey glow. And then I need something a little bit brighter. So let's try the vapor blue. Just a little bit. I just want it so she's almost glowing. Maybe more around her head and where the seahorse is. This is just to get some preliminary colors in the background. I'm definitely going to be going back to this after I see where my picture is going. But I just wanted to get my blues in place because it's really hard to get that gradient fill once all your other pieces are colored, because you have to leave it on automatic mode. That's the main reason I put it on freehand, is because I want it to be equal all the way around the page. Sometimes when you have things interfering when it's on automatic, you'll get coverage over here but not over here, and it makes for a whole lot of unnecessary work. It's really easy just to do it in the beginning, and then you can add little details and whatnot to it after. Okay, so oops, I'm gonna grab my pillow fill, and I'm just gonna go ahead and start filling colors in. Now this Celestial Magic might be good. It has some greens in it, and I want some green, and I want some pink for the coral. I'm going to be switching around because I know I have the colors I need and want, but I think that they're kind of dispersed a little bit everywhere. Okay, let's get started. Now I'm still on freehand mode, but what's interesting about being on freehand mode is you can still fill and it will stay within the lines, which I think is really great. It's when you start doing details with your brushes that you're going to want to switch back. So I'm just kind of coloring in this seaweedy type stuff here. Use the pink for some coral, maybe a little bit deeper. I'm going to be adding details to this stuff. I just like getting my colors down. And I was thinking about what color I want to do her fishtail, and It's a bit vexing, but I think I'll be going for like a purpley, pinkish type tail. So I'm just gonna go ahead and fill in my base color before I start doing details on that. Now, do I want purple? Oh, excuse me. Like a pewter. I really like this pewter type purple. I think I'm gonna switch last minute here. And I'm gonna do this color instead. It's nice to just try stuff sometimes and see what you like. Okay. Now, I think I'm gonna just leave the tail for now and just think about it, because the thing is sometimes I don't know what I want to do until I color the body. So I'll leave it purple for now, but I'm actually gonna mosey on over and do the skin and the hair and the flowers and everything. And then I can decide from there what I want to do. You have to watch when you're filling with pillow, because it does give a dark shading effect. If you want it to be more balanced, do it towards the middle of your object. If you do it towards the end, you'll end up with the shading on one spot. If you do it in the middle, it kind of balances all the way around where you're filling. Okay. So let's go ahead and get away from our fills for a minute. I really want to start seeing where this picture is going to go. I'm going to put it on automatic now. And I'm just going to play around. I'm going to shade and just kind of change a little bit where the natural shading went, because it's a little bit darker than I wanted in certain areas, like in her hands and whatnot. But I do like the overall easy effect of using it. Just a matter of tweaking it, that's all. So when I shade smaller kind of people portrait type things like this, I do like to zoom in so I can see exactly what kind of colors I'm blending and creating. I find it very helpful. And you're going to want to have shading in your arms and across the back and under anywhere where there's going to be with the arms resting here. So I'm going to want to put some shading there where the flowers are. But if you leave it like that, you can see the shading stand out a lot. So what I like to do is shade, and then I color match around the shading and I blend it. So it's not standing out like a sore thumb, but more like it's just a natural part of the picture, right? I find it works really, really nicely to do it that way. Okay, just gonna add a little bit of red to her cheeks and then blend it out a bit so it's not so much of it. Even though you're coloring a smaller person, it's still nice to have those shading details. and those highlighting details. It still makes a difference in your overall picture. And if you notice, I'm using oranges for skin tone, oranges and reds for these colors that I'm getting in her skin, which I do quite often because I like it. It gives like almost a natural type of tanned look. But you don't want to be too abrupt with it either. You want to kind of keep a happy medium there. If it's too orange, it just looks unnatural. You just want to keep it the right kind of blend between the lighter skin tones. And it can look dirty too if you use too much. It can just end up looking muddy. And we don't want that. We want it to look nice and fresh and clean. Just want to add a little bit more kind of trying to get some nice curvature to her belly. I'm not trying to give her abs or anything like that, although you could if you wanted to, of course. I'm just more trying to give her kind of definition. Okay, so it's getting there. Just blending and moving colors around to get the overall look I'm going for. Sometimes it takes a while because I have to move around lots of different shades to get the look. When I say the look, there's always a certain goal in mind when I'm doing skin. Skin is something I do spend time on. I pride myself on blending skin well and ending up with a nice, I don't want to say texture, but it almost is like a texture at the end. You want to have a little bit of that look for your skin. Okay, I'm gonna move on for now and just get some other stuff going on here. It's always nice to do an eye that's a little bit off-white. I find it adds a little bit more realistic look to the eye. We don't have to do too much realism here. It's more of a cartoon type coloring or cartoon type illustration. Just thinking what color I want the lips. Try and keep it neutral, I think. So now I'm just blending other pinks and hues to get more of a dramatic skin tone to her. I do this quite often where I'll mix different colors. It's all part of the process. So adding that balance of shading in different areas is important to achieving a nice overall result. I'm not sure what color I'm going to colorize. They're pretty much blue right now, so I could leave it. But I'm really think I'm going to be digging the green eyes on her. Even in small areas, it's nice to add nice details. I'll just color in these eyes one more time. It's not a closed line, so every time I do something, it goes in there. Okay, now let's do her hair. Now, what color is her hair going to be? I was thinking like a pink colored hair. Yeah, let's maybe go for the pink hair. And then I might change the color of the tail. That's why I didn't want to go too far in depth with detailing the tail, because how she turns out on top is going to be, I realized when I was doing it, it's going to affect what I decide to do. I'm using a very strong saturated pink but I'm going to be lightening it and adding detail to it, so it's not going to stay it's not going to stay this dark. Yeah, her skin looks good, especially with the hair. I see it working very nicely. Okay, so now is the fun part. I'm not gonna do strands with this hair, I don't think. I'm just gonna actually grab my pastel for a second. I might not use it, but I just wanna try it. I'm gonna put it on Freehand. I just wanna try. Maybe I won't put it on Freehand. Maybe I'll put it on automatic. You gotta watch with pastel because even if it is on automatic mode, it still pulls colors from other areas. It'll still pull blue from the outside. So you just kind of have to be mindful around your edges when you're using it. See, it just pulled blue in. So usually just bring down your brush size a bit and adjust, and it's usually fine. Because she has so much flowing hair, I just want to add some more color and highlights to it here a bit. I might have to switch for these small areas though, because I don't want to get too much color happening, like pulling from every area. So let's try the paintbrush. And a paintbrush on a low opacity and a large brush size makes for quick and easy texture. See, I told you I was going to lighten it up. It is basically my base color and then going and putting different colors on top, creating texture and highlights. A lot of times I do strands individually, but it's really honestly not necessary here. I'm gonna just go to Freehand for this one spot. And just mix around those colors and get this beautiful hair color happening. Don't be afraid to keep on layering colors until you're happy with it. There's no rush. I really kind of like this coral looking hair for her. Now there's also other ways that you can get texture in hair. So we're gonna layer a few, I think. In this one, kind of want like a bit of a lighter pink. Maybe not what exactly I'm going for. Try this color. Yeah, that's a bit better. More of like the fluorescent type hue I was going for. I'm just kind of adding that texture around. I think I like the ends a little bit dark. Not too dark, but just a little bit. I think it looks good. I'm just adding stroke lines with the pencil brush around the lines that divide the hair. Just trying to make some of the hair stand out in some areas. Almost forgot a little spot here. Now I want to do something fun here. I just want to see if this will look nice. I'm just going to try my glitter. Just want to add a little bit of this shine. I don't know if you noticed, but when you're coloring, if you color straight on, makes a big difference, and if you color on the side, you'll get a wider spread when you use your pencil on an angle. I'm sure you've noticed that, but it does make a difference depending on what kind of results you're trying to get. That's why I'm mentioning it. Right now I want a wide spread. I wonder if I should make her ends gold and make them glow after. I wasn't going to, but think it looks actually kind of nice with this gold in there. Really kind of makes her look magical. Magical mermaid. I just want to kind of blend this out a little bit here towards the ends. I like it a little bit more widespread, so I'm not going to go too overboard with it. Now, I'm just going to I'm going to leave the hair for now because I'm going to go back to it when I start doing the background. And you'll see what I mean when I get to it. Just adding just a touch. Just want to see a touch more shading maybe. No, I don't like it. Too dark, too much. Maybe just a little bit. I will be leaving the hair very shortly. Just want to make sure I have my shading in place for when I come back to it. Okay, I think that's good for now. We can move on, come back to it. Now, oh, I missed a little piece of hair here. Okay, so now let's color her bodice thing here. And I think I want to use maybe an orange. And maybe we'll use like a pattern. Just deciding whether that should be part of the fill or not. And it should be, I think. But maybe I want that fill. There. Maybe these, hold on. Maybe these shouldn't be. I think it looks nice kind of having it. Can't really tell, but it makes a little bit of a difference anyway. So I got to do some little bit of detail with that now. Whenever I use the standard kind of fills, I still do detail. So for example, I just used that swirl fill. Now I'll go and I'll add a little bit shading. So I don't just lay it down and leave it blocked in. I use it and then I add some other details. So I'll add a highlight. Maybe even grab a yellow for the highlight. Just want it to look really fun and mermaid-like. And you'll lose a little bit of the detail, but you'll keep a lot of it too. Just as long as you're mindful of how much detail you're putting. Okay, now let's color these flowers and leaves. Now I'm thinking, probably greens and yellows, maybe some pinks. Let me see here. Green. Try this one. I'm gonna go to pillow, and I'm just gonna start filling in these leaves. Switch up the color a little bit some places. Don't want the flowers to be too bright, I don't think. I think I like them just kind of being neutral. Yeah, I like that. It's simple, but but nice. And just by switching up the color a little bit throughout filling, I find really did make a nice subtle difference. Oops. We'll do the same down here, maybe switch up the purple a bit. Maybe a bit darker this time. I think that looks really, really nice. Now I'm just going to go in and add a little bit more highlighting some of the places. I always like to add details. I'm not one for just filling and leaving it. I like to add even the smallest details. I find can make a difference in a picture. And I kind of like doing that. I like looking at my picture and seeing lots of detail. There's not lots of detail. Probably wasn't colored by me. Not saying that there's anything wrong with just filling. Sometimes I guess I do it. I love adding little quirks to pictures. But filling is nice if you're in a rush and you just want to get in your coloring session before work, or you want to, lots of people use it for relaxation, which is what I use it for as well sometimes, but there's no right or wrong way of coloring. It's whatever makes you happy. Okay, so now that we did that, I'm actually liking the color that I chose for the tail, which is great. It worked out. I didn't think I was going to. I thought I was probably going to change it, but I actually really do like the color. Hope you guys like the color too, because I'm keeping it. So I'm just going to start shading a little bit lightly here. Add some pinks to the tail. And some orange. So in a way I kind of am switching up the color, but I'm keeping that purple. And I knew I was going to add other colors to it. So now I'm just kind of experimenting with the colors that I'm going to add. trying to get that right blend. So I do want it to be a little bit darker up here. Okay, so that looks good, but I got some more stuff to do here because I got to add some texture in here. What am I going to add my texture with? The pencil maybe? No, I don't think so. Maybe I'll try the pastel. I like the pastel because it's smooth, but has texture at the same time. So it makes for an overall nice combo. Using it to kind of dab in some texture, and I'm probably going to go back to my glitter here, and I'm going to bring my brush size down, maybe not that much, maybe just a bit more, a lot more opacity. Okay, that's perfect. So let's start over and get it right. It's like adding that little bit of extra texture in there, but I'll probably take a little bit of it away. Or I might add more actually, let's see. Let's go to my laser. And I just want to see something with the plasma here. I don't know if I like it going over too much. Plasma is good for making quick bubbles. If you just don't drag it so hard like that, you can easily make quick kind of bubbles with it, which is what I use it for a lot. Looks like, you know, like when you see that misty kind of bubble. Kind of experimental. If you press too hard and you don't like it, just hit the back button. Not the end of the world. I'm trying to layer them a bit here. Okay, now I just wanted to try something with her hair. I don't know if I'm gonna like it. I might decide not to use it. Make sure I'm on automatic here. In this case, I actually kind of like that yellow in there, but I'm gonna have to do something about the bubbles. So the bubbles either need to be filled in, a little bit lighter. So I'm just trying to get my bubbles going here. I do actually like that yellow off in the distance. It's making me think of doing something else. Make it look like there's sun coming in, sort of. Get my pastel. And then I just kind of mix it and blend it so it looks more like the sun's coming through. Grab my laser again. Oops. So I'm just trying to add a little bit of light. Sorry if I was quiet there for a minute. I was getting in the creative mode there. I'm just trying to add some light definition to her head, just to kind of show that some kind of light source coming in. Don't know if I like that many sparkles. I might back the trolley up on, I think just a few is nice. I don't think I need more than a few. And then the hair I love, but I would like to have it look a little bit more blended. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to grab my blur, make sure I'm on automatic, which I am. And I'm just gonna run it around. You're gonna lose some of your glitter texture, but just be mindful of how you're using it, if that makes sense. Just if you wanna keep some of that texture, don't lose it all. I just really want like a blended look now that I'm looking at my picture and I have all these other things going on. So I'm just going around with the blur and blending. It's called blur, but I use it for blending. Same pretty much difference. I just like the overall effect you can get with blur, especially if you find like what I just did, you do picture and you get to the end and you decide, hey, I really like those colors, but you know, would like it to look a little bit more polished. Then you take the blur out and it does it so effortlessly for you. And then you can fix things up a little bit too. So you go to your airbrush, and if you find the colors aren't jiving really well, just color match. Just kind of blend. I didn't do strokes for the hair in this one. I know I just found it would probably be difficult since the hair is kind of going in every which direction. So I just opted to keep it solid. So I'm just going around blending any areas I think need it. Keeping some of that glitter texture in there. I did lose quite a bit of it, but that's okay. That is okay. I knew I was going to probably change some aspect of the hair at the end, so I wasn't too surprised by my choice. That's not the right purple, I don't like it. Just adding a little bit more shading to the hair. And then I might add a little bit more glitter and sparkle, put it back a little bit now that it's blended. Go to the yellow. Got my glitter. Maybe with the glitter, just gonna getting a little bit of that texture back. Laser. Just want to see. Just gonna add a little bit of sparkle and shine. A little bit more down here. Maybe just a little bit more orangey hue shading. Go to my airbrush. I really just kind of like her eyes light and bright, so I'm going to leave that. I might just add a little bit more of a highlight here. Maybe a little bit more of a reddish hue on the nose. Just want a very light, just a little bit here. you get to really see how you want your piece to be at the end. That's why sometimes I hold off. Okay, she's looking pretty. And I just got to do a couple more things and then we're done, guys. Thanks for sticking with me here. Gonna add some lighter colors to this coral. I just took the color from her body, from her fin, or her tail, sorry. If you want to get a little bit of that rougher texture, you go to our sand. I'm just dabbing it just to get that rough texture. And it doesn't have to be rough on the leaves, but I'm just kind of doing it anyway, just to give it some sort of. And a thing that I like to do to add further shadows is I'll go to my airbrush and I make sure it's on freehand mode, and I'm gonna color match this color here, which I did, and then I just like sometimes to make it look like it's part of the shadowing. Sometimes I just, not too much, but just to make it look like the water's kind of flowing and changing direction and doing its thing. I find it just gives a little natural water look. And same with the other parts of the picture, you can also do that. Just adding a little bit more up here now. I know this one's taken me a while, guys, so thanks for tuning in and sticking with. And then just to mix this in a bit, I'm gonna just blur some of it. Go to my laser. Just add a couple more of those sunshine dots. I don't want to overdo it. I just want a few. And just to finish things off, I might go to my glitter and and just add a little bit of glitter on the fin. I think I liked it better bold. Maybe just a little bit here. Adding a little bit more glitter in the water. And the last thing that I need to do, guys, hope you're all sticking with me here. Just gonna add a little bit more texture down here. And I just got to color my little seahorse friend. And I was thinking, let's fill him maybe serpentine. No, I like the serpentine form actually. I'm just gonna have to add a little bit more. Might have to lighten them up a bit here. Oops. So go to my airbrush. And maybe he should have a glow because he's kind of standing out a bit. Then we got the seahorse kind of standing out. I'm just going to go around and do any touch-ups. I didn't really do any highlights on her lips or anything like that because they're quite small. You could do something like need it lighter, where you have like the waves going around her and above her, and it just kind of makes it blend in a bit too. Gives the illusion that she's underwater. And I think I'm going to leave it there. Maybe I might do one more thing. I don't want to do it too much because it's also changing the color of her hair a bit. And I don't really want to do that. So a little bit extra is okay. But I don't want it to change the color of her hair too drastically. So let's leave it there. I hope that you enjoyed this tutorial. Thanks for joining me today. Brienne from Pixite, everybody. Take care and see you again next time.